Welcome, fellow lore seekers. Today, we're delving into a chilling and mysterious figure from the annals of Dungeons & Dragons, the Lhiannan Shee. Inspired by Celtic folklore, this fey creature has haunted both the rules and imaginations of D&D players since the days of the original Fiend folio. Let's unravel the secrets behind the Lhiannan Shee's haunting presence in Faerun. The Lhiannan Shee first appeared in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons as an enigmatic and perilous fae. Her name is a nod to the Lhiannan Shee from Irish legend, a beautiful otherworldly muse who grants inspiration at a terrible cost. In D&D, her allure is as deadly as her beauty, making her one of the most dangerous fae spirits in the multiverse. Unlike typical undead or malevolent spirits, the Lhiannan Shee belongs to the rare breed of fae known for their intoxicating charm and supernatural allure. Encounters with her almost always begin with an ethereal presence, a glimpse of otherworldly beauty that immediately disarms adventurers. But beware, her glamour is more than skin deep. In combat, or rather in unintentional seduction, the Lhiannan Shee wields an aura that ensnares the hearts and wills of those who cross her path. Clever dungeon masters can use her not just as a monster, but as a catalyst for entire story arcs, where heroes become obsessed, smitten, or even cursed by her presence. One of the Lhiannan Shee's signature abilities is her magical kiss. This is no mere peck. It's a supernatural bond that drains the victim's life force, conferring it upon the Lhiannan Shee. Victims become her thralls, their vitality fueling her immortality. This echoes the tragic motif from folklore, fatal inspiration that leads to ruin. Mechanically, in early editions, any victim kissed by the Lhiannan Shee would age rapidly and lose years of their life, slowly fading into pallor as their own creative and physical vigor was siphoned away. The process was slow and insidious, making her an exceptional adversary for campaigns rooted in mystery and intrigue. What makes the Lhiannan Shee especially interesting is that she's not evil in the typical monstrous sense. Often, she's painted as a tragic figure, bound by her own nature to inspire and destroy. Her existence blurs the lines between villain, victim, and enchantress. She's driven by an aching loneliness and need to connect. Her lairs are described as haunting, dreamlike glens, ancient stone circles, or moonlit ruins shrouded in enchantments, places where the boundaries between the mortal world and the Feywild are thin. Only the most perceptive adventurers can resist the overwhelming desire to linger in her presence. The Lhiannan Shee is a master manipulator. She doesn't simply attack. She weaves illusions, alters emotions, and conjures visions to lure her victims deeper into her realm. Her magic resists even the strongest anti-charm protections, and her spell-like abilities are almost always tied to the themes of seduction and longing. Another little-known detail: the Lhiannan Shee often targets artists, poets, and musicians, those whose passions and creativity feed her insatiable hunger. In-game, this can create heartbreaking dilemmas for bard and sorcerer characters, offering power and inspiration in exchange for a piece of their soul. If you look closely at her stat block in older monster manuals, you'll notice her attacks are rarely physical. The main threat comes from her domination abilities and her aura of beguilement. Even powerful parties may find themselves outmatched, not by violence, but by the slow eroding of their willpower and devotion. Unlike many D&D monsters, Lhiannan Shee can't simply be killed in battle. Folktale hints and ancient bardic verse suggest obscure ritualistic methods for breaking her hold, often involving cold iron, poetic countercharm, or acts of true love. The ultimate victory often comes from resisting her influence, not slaying her. GMs love to use the Lhiannan Shee to test a party's mental and emotional defenses. She becomes a living metaphor for creative obsession, dangerous love, and the price of artistic genius. Facing her can force players to roleplay internal conflicts, temptations, and the struggle to retain their sense of self. In the broader D&D multiverse, the Lhiannan Shee exists not just as a creature, but as a myth whispered among Fae and mortals alike. Her influence can be found in cursed ballads, haunted paintings, or Fae-haunted glades where artists vanish, only to leave behind masterpieces tinged with madness. Interestingly, the Lhiannan Shee rarely acts alone in the Feywild. She has been associated with Queen Titania's court or as an exile among the Unseelie, a lonely figure wandering between both worlds, forever seeking new muses. Her presence can signify a rift or imbalance in the local Fae ecology. Not all Lhiannan Shee are identical. Like many Fae, they are creatures of change and chaos. Some legends speak of benevolent forms, who grant visions of beauty without the fatal cost, while others warn of vengeful banshees who prey upon those who wronged the Fae. Which version you meet depends heavily on your actions, especially your respect for Fae customs. In more recent editions, the Lhiannan Shee is sometimes relegated to the status of unique encounter, appearing in custom adventures and converted via DM's homebrew. Her core themes, however, dangerous allure, inspiration, and fatal devotion, remain as powerful now as they were in classic modules. If you want to include the Lhiannan Shee in your campaign, remember, she's best used as a recurring atmospheric threat. Let her haunt your players. Let them hear a song on the wind or see a fleeting figure in moonlight. Build the legend before the encounter, so the emotional stakes are high when she finally appears. Beyond direct encounters, the tale of the Lhiannan Shee can ripple outward. Adventurers might find villages plagued by sudden artistic genius and madness, or haunted sites where her victims dwell as shades, eternally yearning for her return. Heroes may be called to rescue a beloved NPC from her fatal embrace. Ultimately, the Lhiannan Shee endures because she represents a fundamental tension that D&D does so well, between inspiration and destruction, beauty and death, the mundane world and the enchanting, perilous Feywild. She's a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous monsters are those that promise what we most deeply desire. So next time you step into the Feywild, or hear the haunting lament of a love-struck bard, beware. The Lhiannan Shee may be nearer than you think, waiting to claim another muse. Perhaps even you. Thanks for joining me on this journey into D&D's deepest, most enchanting lore. Until next time, may your wit be keener than her charm.